谢主。好，那我们现在要将时间交给这个 Robert Schwartz 长老。好，我们现在大家用热烈的掌声来欢迎 Robert Schwartz 长老。哈利路亚。
Now we'll welcome Robert to start the meeting, to share your testimonial. Thank you. You can start now. Thank you.
Are you ready? Okay. Mm-hmm. Sounds good. Okay, tell me if you can see my screen.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the third time I've delivered this little presentation. And as I go through this, I've got a lot of verses on the screen, but I will not be reading every one. And I'll leave some time, John, for you to translate behind me. Is that how this is going to work okay for you?
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
All
right. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm calling this the Gentile Hall of Fame. And this is...
Go
ahead.
我把这叫做这个外邦人名人录，还有我这个我不会念每一句的这个经文在上面的。Okay.
The Gentile Hall of Fame. In America, we have the Baseball Hall of Fame, the Football Hall of Fame. We even have the Farmers Hall of Fame back in New York. A Hall of Fame is a place where people that have defined a particular field, they build a museum or something like that for them. And so today, this is the Bible's Hall of Fame for the Gentiles, because the Gentiles have a very important role to help draw the Jewish people to Jesus, Yeshua.
OK， 我们这个美国有各种各样的名人录、名人馆，像这个棒球也有，什么球类也有，还有连农夫都有。那我们现在今天要把这个外邦人的这个名人呢要列出来，因为他帮助我们这个犹太人呢回到这个耶稣。OK。
This is an incredible opportunity for all of us to look into the Bible and see our individual particular role in helping bring Jesus back to earth. This is a big task. But the Jewish people do not know Jesus. A small group of us do. So today we're going to be talking about the role of the Gentiles and how they can help bring that about.
OK， 就是在犹太人当中的话呢，认识耶稣的呢，弥赛亚只有一小部分人。那我们就要谈一谈这个我们每一个外邦人呢，我们在这里面所扮演的角色，怎么样把犹太人带进耶稣。
And by the way, I do not know your backgrounds, but some of you may be Jewish. There are Jewish people from China. They have been there for a long time. So this may be something that actually goes back into your individual families. But that's something I can't answer. But there are Chinese Jews. There are Jews from every nation, tribe, and tongue on the planet.
就是你们有一些人，可能中国人当中也有一些也是犹太人的这个后代，那么有的不是，有的是啊。我今天要谈一谈，就是关于这些问题。Hold on a second, Robert. Can you speak about probably 4 or 5 sentences, then pause? That way. Okay. All right.
All right. So are we ready to move?
Yes.
Okay. So this is today's overview, the Gentile Hall of Fame overview. This is famous Gentiles from the Old Testament and how they could provoke the Jews to jealousy.
OK， let me stop here。这是就是关于这个外邦人的名人录，这是在旧约里面，它使得犹太人都嫉妒的。OK，
We're going to talk about an art project from New York City called the Tree of Many Colors and Fruits. This New York City art project shows the art of grafting and why it is used as a metaphor in the scripture, particularly the book of Romans.
OK， 这边的话，我们要特别要讲那个是在纽约的一个艺术馆的一棵树，一棵树它是有很多很多种颜色，它是经由嫁接出来的。然后这边呢，特别我们要谈到的就是罗马书。OK。
That's from Romans chapter 11 about the Gentiles being grafted in to the root of the olive tree.
这特别是罗马书第11章讲到外邦人是怎么样嫁接进入这个耶稣的，或是耶和华的。
Now you'll see this tree, take a look at it. You will notice the many different colors. This is a stone fruit tree. Plums, cherries, apricots, nectarines, and peaches, that kind of a tree. And it's interesting because the root of the tree can support grafting from all these different kinds of fruits. So this becomes our biblical metaphor.
OK， 这棵树呢，里面有各种各样的，比如说像杏树啊，像桃花啊，各式各样的花，它这个都结在同一个根上面。那么这就是一个，就是外邦人嫁接进这个我们这个耶和华神的这个大家庭的这个一个这个比喻。好，谢谢。OK。
All right, so this is a partial list. Now there's a lot more, but I'm choosing 3 very important stories. The first one is Ruth, the Moabite. The second story is Rahab the harlot. And the third story is one that you may or may not be familiar with, Ittai the Gittite. These are all Old Testament references. One comes from the book of Ruth, the second from the book of Joshua, the third one from the book of 2 Samuel.
这边我列了3个外邦人有名的，但是这并不是全部，还有别的。那这3个主要就是讲的就是路德，那么路德是在路德记里面哈，然后还有拉合在那个约书亚，还有就是以太这个大家可能不熟悉，以太的话是在这个萨默下里面啊 ，OK。
Ittai the Gittite is my favorite character in the Bible, except for, of course, Jesus, because he plays a very important role, which we will be describing in a few minutes.
OK， 我特别喜欢的就是第3个以太，他是我最喜欢的，因为他在这个整个这个外邦的角色，或耶稣这个形象里面，他扮演特别重要的角色。OK。
All right. This is the story of Ruth the Moabitess. You probably know the story from, I believe it's the first chapter. They lifted up their voices and they wept again. And Orpah kissed her mother-in-law, but Ruth clung to her.
这边就是一张图，这个图呢，左边呢就是那个母亲婆婆，还有就是路德呢就抱住她的婆婆。 然后 Oprah 就是那个另外一个媳妇，她就在那哭泣，她没有离开。OK。
And she said, "Behold, your sister-in-law has gone back to her people and her gods. Return after your sister-in-law."
婆婆说，你看吧，你的就是你的，同样都是媳妇，sister-in-law。 她要怎么样呢？ 要回去他自己的民族那边，或自己的神那边。他说你跟你的那个同样的这个媳妇一起回去，另外一个媳妇一起走吧。OK。
But Ruth said, "Do not urge me to leave you or turn back from following you, for where you go, I will go, and where you lodge, I will lodge. Your people shall be my people, and your God, my God."
OK， 但是路德说不要叫我走，他说让我或叫我回去，不要你去哪里呢？我就去哪里。你住哪里呢？我就要住哪里。你的人民就是我的人民，你的神就是我的神。OK。
Okay. Ruth was very attached to her mother-in-law, Naomi. Ruth had lost her husband, Orpah had her husband, and Naomi had lost her husband. So they were all alone, but Ruth was the only one who stayed with Naomi. Naomi represents the Jewish nation of Israel, and Ruth, in this case, represents the Gentiles who have decided to put in their lot with the Jewish people.
那他这里呢，就是他们就是都有一点特点，就是这个婆婆跟路斯呢都没有丈夫了，他们都孤单了。那么在这里呢，这个路德就代表了外邦人，她的婆婆呢就代表犹太人。OK。
In verse 17, where you die, I will die, and there I will be buried. Thus may the Lord do to me, and worse, if anything,